The name of he who formed all things is not God, nor is it Lord. The progression from Gad to God to God, G-A-W-D to G-O-D, represents an evolution through ancient Semitic deities. Phonetic slang and modern linguistics understand when they say phonetic slang, they're talking about the Phoenician language. Gad, historically, Gad is an ancient Semitic or Canaanite deity of good luck and fortune, god of the fortune people. In the Hebrew Bible, it is both the name of Jacob's son and a pagan god of luck, reference in the book of Isaiah. God, as in G-A-W-D, the spelling represents a phonetic stylized shift used to indicate specific regional dialects or expressive informal English slang, often demonstrating irritation, shock, or boredom. Right? It is of the phonetic background. For example, linguistic shifts like the Northern Cities vowel shift in the United States often cause the vowel in God to be pronounced closer to G-A-W-D, or Gad, God, the supreme deity in Abrahamic religions. In English, the word derives from the Proto-Germanic term Gudan, which was adopted by Teutonic tribes to refer to the Supreme Being following their conversion to Christianity. Some alternative theories and online subcultures loosely conflate these three words based on their visual and phonetic similarities. Notice how they're lying in the top section, then it's going to say, but sometimes, however, often at times, etymologically and historically, they came from entirely different linguistic roots. Funny that. In Hebrew, the word Baal, pronounced as Baal, translates literally to master, owner, or Lord, sometimes also husband. In both biblical and modern Hebrew, it carries several different meanings based on its context, ranging from an everyday term for a husband to the name of a notorious false god. The meanings of Baal, husband. In modern Hebrew, it is the most common word for a husband. Baali means my husband, owner, master. It literally describes the person who owns or who is in charge of something. For example, the Hebrew term for a home owner or landlord is a Baal Bayit, literally master of the house. Possessor can also describe someone who possesses a specific trait, such as Baal Simcha, one who possesses joy, is celebrating, or Baal Chokmah, one who possesses wisdom. The false god. In the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament, Baal is most famously used as a proper noun to refer to a major Canaanite deity. The deity Baal was widely worshipped as the god of rainstorms and fertility. The Canaanites believed he controlled the harvest and sustained life. Biblical conflict. Because Baal was viewed as the lord of the land and provider of crops, the ancient Israelites were constantly tempted to worship him alongside Yahweh. You're going to find out later on down the track, Yahweh is based on a pantheon storm deity. The Hebrew prophets strongly condemned this, leading to famous biblical showdowns like the prophet Elijah confronting the 450 prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. 1 Kings chapter 18. Chapter 18. The name of he who formed all things was Yahuwah. Right? His identity has been hidden under the word L-O-R-D. which was inserted into the word about 6,000 odd times. You're going to find that its name was hidden where? In the modern Hebrew text. I'm going to go ahead and show you. Right, so here we have what they consider as a transliteration. It is a false transliteration. Yahovah. Right, you're going to find in Abarit there is no letter E and there is no letter O or V. Come back to your red lettering. With Hebrew, you do what? You read it from right to left. So your first letter is going to be based on what? In modern Hebrew, it's known as Yod. Your second letter is He. Your third letter is Wa, sometimes Vav. Back to He. Right? Your pictograph is going to say hand, behold, nail, behold. By the way, disclaimer, keep away from the pictograph. It is demonic. Filthy and demonic. Now, let's go ahead and take this back to another chart. So you'll notice here, you got Yad, remember this one? Hey, remember this one? Vav, sometimes Wa, back to Hey. So when you take this back to where? Abarit, the ancient sounds, you're going to find that those sounds are going to be different. It's not going to be Yod, He, Vav, or Wa, He. So go on and I'll show you. We have here what's known as a sound chart. Ya, Ha, U, Ah, Yod, He, Vav, sometimes Wa, He, Ya, Ha, U, Ah. Yahuwah. Yahuwah. That is what it spells, folks. Until next time, Mashpaha. Shalom.